Greetings. This is your brother Elder Blacklight. Notice this book, The African Origin of Civilization. Another, he was much more than an anthropologist. He was much more than an anthropologist. I hope I'm saying that right. He was talking about melanin and then this sister here. A lot of people turn people off for the silliest reasons. But the truth is like a rock up under the feet sometimes. You don't want to bend down or lift your foot up. Check it out. And so a lot of brothers nowadays, they don't want to know or want to say that before the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, I don't want you to look for me. Look at me. Look at him. Master Farad Muhammad. He's the one that gave me all of this. And so brothers get jealous and whatever, and they start working for the enemy. And so one thing I noticed, the time that I was put on the planet, I was put into the nations of the teachings of the Nation of Islam. I was in my mother's stomach, in her womb, while she was going to the meetings. She hadn't joined yet, but she was going to the meetings. In the family that I was born in. And then when I was 7 years old, now there go that number 7 again. She stopped going because she was mad at the brothers and her own blood brother. I might as well tell you now that what they fell out about is that my dad didn't mind her going to the meetings and dressing the way she was dressing. And he said it was all right with him because my dad, his name is Elijah too. And so, he's no longer here. Blessings, peace and blessings. Stayed with my mother to the end, till his end. He died before she did. But it was in the 2000s. His was in 2007. My mother's was in 2000 and almost, that's 7 again. 2017, I believe. So before she died, I got it online. I got it on a video before she died, talking about the time she had dinner with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and her knowing we stayed not too far from Supreme Minister John Muhammad's house, but we talking about righteousness. And I started studying the electromagnetic through this brother, Born Master Math Allah. Now he's a 5% or a brother from the nation of gods on earth. They don't like when he talk like that and give praise to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. If we got enough time left, we're going to go. And him talking about the power of electromagnetic.
Amen. The black physiology war machine. So I want you to pay close attention. A lot of that information will be information that I do repetitiously, so it's things that you've heard before, it's things you've heard me say before, but we're going to tie it all together and show why we must release this fear and stand up like warriors and dominate this planet once again. Because we looking at something outside of self to do it, or we bowing down and backing down for people to be nicer as opposed to standing up and doing what we must do. And to do this work that we have to do, it's going to take some very strategic planning, but all practical, all simple, everyday things that we need to do. And the number one thing is just learning true self, learning who we are. And once we understand that on a biological level, then we'll see that we are the greatest war machine ever designed. So let's go in. As you can see, we got the Black Power General up there. The black physiology war machine. Boom. We're going to start off with magnetism. You hear me talk a lot about electromagnetism because we are electromagnetic beings. But right now we're just going to deal with the magnetism for this moment. And you'll see the influence that magnetism and magnetic fields have on our planet and on us and on nature in general.
The beginning of the study of magnetism can be traced back to Egypt. Also we find the Greeks used it, and among the Greeks and early Egyptians we have the first understanding of the nature of magnetism. It was used principally in healing.
So you see the chi that the Chinese talk about, they got it from Egypt. That they practice in there is just the craze now. Qigong. This is vital information to save you from the doom. Got powers that you don't even know you got. Salam alaikum. Stay tuned for the next one.